I'm scared to be unemployed. As you know, the job market is pretty bad. I spend my time on Indeed a lot. You know, I get a few interviews here and there. I'm scared to be unemployed. I work basically in a fast food place and it's pretty toxic. I just could not do that my whole life. And I'm just scared to be unemployed because, I can't find another job. I'm still part time and, I just want to work a full time job. Because, my mom takes care of me and she works so hard. And, I just feel bad. I just feel very bad. I at least want to help her. But I recently been, depressed because, I've been working hard to get into my brother's job. And, I was studying, mechanical things, this and that, learning about tools. I didn't lose anything because I learned new skills to do my own oil change on my car. And I was learning how to do spark plugs and brake pads, basic maintenance on a vehicle. I definitely know how to change the wheels. And yeah, just growing up, knowing these things. And I was just sad that I didn't get into my brother's job. But it wasn't for something mechanical. It was for something like security that I had no experience in. But pretty much they called me and asked me for an interview. And then 3 days later, when I set the schedule for the interview, they said the job is full. Would you like this other job? And it was some 4 to 12 job, 12-hour shift, 4 days. And it was in the morning or something, night and morning. And I'm not gonna do that because it's 40 minutes away. And I was hoping to get the security job because it's really good pay. But yeah, I was just disappointed that they made me drive there for nothing, and I sacrificed. I gave my time, it was a 40-minute drive, and yeah, my time was wasted. And I assume they hired someone else before me, or they just didn't want me, because the question they asked was what you did while you were unemployed after high school. And it wasn't my fault because I wasn't able to drive and it took me a few months to get the job I'm currently in. And yeah, it just sucked, man. I think I was shocked and didn't say anything because I went through a lot, but I should have just said because I couldn't drive at the time. But now I know what to do. And they just really looked at my resume more and they didn't really interview me. And I have no experience, but my brother referred me because he works there. And I don't know, it just sucked. It was a crappy feeling because I don't go to college and now I'm what I'm going to do with my life. And I wanted to pursue fighting MMA, but I took a break from that. It's hard because my car is getting old and it'll probably break down eventually because I drive 30 minutes to work. And yeah, it just sucks. I'm scared to be unemployed again because if I try to get another job, they're gonna be they're gonna see me unemployed at this time too, and think I don't have the work ethic to get a good job. And it just sucks. And maybe it's it wasn't meant to be. Life is a redirection, and maybe I should really go all out on pursuing YouTube, giving advice, and pursue MMA, go all out. And even if I don't succeed, I won't regret anything. And I'll just work a normal 9 to 5 my whole life. And I don't want to, but I don't got a choice. And I gotta live. I gotta live. I'm scared to be unemployed. And I'm scared I have to work a job I don't like for the rest of my life. I want to do my dream job. You know, I want to do my dream jobs. And I want to make an impact on people's lives. That's the most important thing to me. But yeah, I'm very afraid to be unemployed. After high school, when I was unemployed, I never had a job. And what I felt was I felt anger, I felt empty. I felt bored. I just did nothing all day. Being unemployed is like one of the worst things ever. Because, yeah, you want to do nothing, but you're not achieving anything in life, You're not doing anything. And that's why, like, I think it's very important to be in the gym every day, exercise, or do something you love every day. Because, like, that's how you want to live, us people, like, we need something to get us going in life, whether that's love, a job, a career, whatever, we need something to drive us to do something every day, or we'll be sad, That's why it's important to have interests, do things you love in life. I didn't get the job, but it's okay, because, like, my brother has his own path, and my mother has her own path. And they succeeded, They found a job that they like, but it's not guaranteed, Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. And for all I know, like, things could go wrong for them. Nothing's gonna go perfect, in life. If I have this, I'm all set, Like, even if I become a millionaire, I'll still have something to worry about, There's a lot of people, the most important thing is to always be grateful in life and enjoy what you have, And, like, the reason, like, I wanted the job so badly was to save up money to get a new truck, because that would be so cool. But it's because my friend, one of the friend I used to have, one of my friends I had, he basically talked shit about me. And it hurt me mentally so much. Because, like, one of the things he say is like, oh, when you post on your stories, are you gay? And it hurt me a lot, because, like, I'm not gay and there's nothing wrong with being that. But it just hurt me so much, because, like, I lived my life being shy and barely having friends, and never felt like I fit in, and never felt like I belong. And that word just, like, hurt me so badly, because, like, he's very big and muscular, and, like, he has a truck and he has a girlfriend, and this is what I have, And it just hurt me badly, because, like, he's in a good place, and I'm not. And it just felt bad. And I don't care, like, if I'm rich or if I'm successful. I just want to be a good person. That's all I care about. When I die, I want people to view me like, oh, this person was nice. Oh, this person was cool, I never want to be viewed as a shitty person, I don't care, And another friend, like, another person that I thought was my friend hurt me too, because, like, he didn't want to he talked behind my back and basically called me awkward. And, like, I still talk to him, and he didn't, like, even apologize for it. And that I found out. I don't know. I just view him as acquaintance. And I really liked him too, because, like, we had a lot in common, and we were similar. Like, I thought, like, he would be one of my best friends, but he wasn't. No, I'm not crying. I'm just tired. For real. I'm not gonna cry. I get emotional, but I won't cry. It's okay. But yeah, losing my first love hurt way more than that, but those hurt pretty bad too. If I was talking about love, oh, I definitely would be crying. But when it comes to this, no. But yeah, I'm afraid of being unemployed. One of the most beautiful things in life is, like, memories. Because, like, I'm gone for MMA for 4 months by now. And once I come back to the gym, I know, like, my friends would miss me, And that's just, like, a good feeling, What's more important is, like, taking care of your family and friends, that's important. But taking care of yourself is very important too. And something else I want to talk about, I want to be anything without my mom. I would never have my first love if my mom didn't work so hard. I would never have graduated school if my mom didn't work so hard. I would never have been able to save up for these braces if I didn't work hard. And no, that's not cavities. I was eating something with black pepper. So don't go in the comments saying you have cavities. I don't, I had them fill it out. But yeah, without my mom, I wouldn't have been successful. She's the reason, like, I have everything. And I'm sad that I still work a part-time job, but I'm gonna work on this YouTube channel and try my best to help you guys, I want to impact your life so badly. And I'll be honest, like, I don't have the answer to everything, I don't know what I'm doing for my life, but what I've been working on this year was just creating, I don't care how many views I get. I don't care how many subscribers I get. I just need to keep creating content. I just need to build a fan base. That's it. But I was sad, like, I don't work a full-time job yet. But my mom didn't kick me out because she believed in me, She believes, like, I'll be successful one day. That's why she worked so hard and took care of me, And it's okay if you're 20 and still living with your parents, What's bad is, like, if you don't work on yourself or if you're not giving it your all, and, like, taking things for granted, I'm grateful for the people I met in my life, and I'm grateful for my mother. And yeah, like, don't take things for granted, because, like, I've been through so much, and none of it, like, I wouldn't even been giving advice channel if it weren't for my mom, I try my best to help her pay bills sometimes. But one of my dreams is to retire my mom someday, Like, I want to really be successful one day. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Make good decisions. Be good people. I love y'all. Peace.